From Grayson County High School, the final game of the 2023 regular season between the Grayson County Lady Cougars and the Lady Purples of Bowling Green. And a good evening here, and welcome to Grayson County High School for tonight's coverage of Grayson County Lady Cougars softball on K105 Digital Production. Sam Gormley here with you on the call from an overcast, but thankfully not rainy Grayson County High School, as this is the final game of the regular season for both the Grayson County Lady Cougars and the Lady Purples from Bowling Green. As we're getting started about an hour later, as some bus issues caused Bowling Green to be just a little bit late, so we're going to get started here very soon. And what should be a great matchup between the Lady Cougars and the Lady Purples. Both teams trying to walk away and close the regular season with a win before district play opens up next week. Bowling Green will be playing their district tournament at Warren Central, whereas Grayson County will be playing their district tournament at Edmondson County. So that's what's to look forward to in the week, and it should be a great matchup here. Let's meet the starting lineups for both teams. First for the Lady Purples of Bowling Green with a record of 2-19, coached by Shay Dunn. Leading off, playing center field is Natalie Klein. The two-hole hitter will be the starting pitcher, Anna Rucker. Batting third at third base is Amparo de Jesus. Batting fourth, the shortstop, Caroline Sharber. Batting fifth at first base is Nia Perkins. The six-hole hitter will be the catcher, Emma Lindsay. Batting seventh in right field is Jolie Costello. Batting eighth at second base is Kiara Hudson. And batting ninth in left field is Abby Ross. Once more, that starting lineup for Bowling Green. Klein in center, Rucker the starting pitcher. De Jesus at third, Sharber at short, Perkins at first, Lindsay the catcher, Costello in right, Hudson at second, and Ross in left field. And now the starting lineup for the Grayson County Lady Cougars, the record of 12-21, coming in on a two-game winning streak, including back-to-back shutouts, one of which is an opponent very familiar to Bowling Green, as the Lady Cougars picked up the win against Warren Central last night 4-0. Lady Cougars won 3 of their last 4 games. Starting lineup for the Lady Cougars, leading off at second base is Peyton Bowman. The two-hole hitter will be the center fielder, Kayla Tubb. Batting third at shortstop is the senior Shelby Davis. The cleanup hitter will be the starting first baseman, Hannah Franklin. Batting fifth in the circle is Ellie Bratcher. Batting sixth, the designated hitter is Ansley Schartzer. Playing for her in the field will be the right fielder, senior Mallory Lindsay. Batting seventh, behind the dish, will be Kinsley Chambers. The eight-hole hitter will be the left fielder, Elizabeth Haycraft. And batting ninth at third base is Bree Jones. Once more, that lineup for Grayson County. Bowman at second, Tubb in center, Davis at short, Franklin the first baseman, Bratcher in the circle, Schartzer as the designated hitter for Lindsay, who will be playing right field, and the latter third of Chambers behind the dish, Haycraft in left, and Jones at third base. There's one person here tonight that knows playing softball against Bowling Green. It is Penny Reese, who formerly was a head coach at Greenwood. She knows one thing or two about beating the Lady Purples, and that's exactly what's on her mind today. Try and get the Lady Cougars on a 3-game winning streak before the most important game of the season on Tuesday, when they will face the Edmondson County Lady Cats. Brian Jones, the home plate umpire, one of the best in the area. So it should be a great matchup. The rain looks like it's going to hold off, so it should be a great one, and it's really a great evening. Not too hot, not too cold. Perfect day for some May softball. We'll take a break. They're getting ready to do the national anthem. All the coverage and all the play-by-play of Grayson County and Bowling Green comes up next, as this is Lady Cougar softball on K105. Welcome back to Grayson County High School. Lady Cougars and Lady Purples of Bowling Green about ready to get underway. Sam Gormley here with you on the call on the K105 Digital Productions channels. So remember, if you're watching with us on YouTube today, make sure to hit that red subscribe button. Watch all of the action. We'll be able to tell you about some good things we have coming up over these next couple of weeks. It's going to be a really busy couple of weeks for our crew, and we'll let you know all of the great things that we have coming up here as the broadcast goes along. We got some fun things planned, and I'm sure that you will be interested in seeing what we can do. Starting pitcher today for Grayson County will be the 7th grader Ellie Bratcher. This will be start number 15, her 25th game, a record of 7-7, an ERA of 5.02. She's pitched really well over these last couple of games. Grayson County enters with consecutive shutouts. It's the first time since 2017 that they've done that. And the first pitch to Natalie Klein is a called strike. And that is how we get underway here today from Grayson County High School. As we get started just a little bit late, as it's 7:02 is the official game time. And 70 degrees. Pitch outside, misses for ball one. Natalie Klein is the hitter. The 7th grader hitting .259 with an RBI on the year, getting the start in center field tonight for the Lady Purples. And Bratcher delivers from the circle, misses inside. Again, Brian Jones calling the balls and strikes behind the ditch tonight. Kinsley Chambers is the catcher. Bree Jones at third, Davis at short, Bowman at second. Franklin is the first baseman in the outfield from left to right. Haycraft, Tubb, and Lindsay. Bratcher delivers the 2-1 and misses inside, and 3 straight out of the zone to the 7th grader Klein. And Bowling Green is a good start with a good hitter's count early on in the contest. The 3-1. Swing and a miss. Gets it right past her, and the count goes full. Good bounce back pitch there from Bratcher after 3 straight came out of the zone. Grayson County picked up consecutive wins. They defeated Owensboro on Wednesday, and then Warren Central last night. And there's down on strikes. First strike out of the game. Natalie Klein goes down and goes by the hand of Ellie Bratcher. Anna Rucker comes in to hit now for Bowling Green. Rucker hitting .302, a pair of homers, 4 doubles, a triple, and 10 RBIs. She will be the counterpart in the circle tonight for the Lady Purples. First pitch, outside ball 1. Kinsley Chambers in that catching position made the switch back to playing catcher this year and has really played extremely well behind the plate for this Grayson County Lady Cougar team and has established herself as the future. Pop up in the infield. Bowman goes back at second, makes the catch, and that is the second out of inning number 1. Grayson County has the consecutive shutouts entering this game for the first time since 2017. That was the district tournament. That was actually a stretch of 3 straight shutouts. It started with a game against Dixie Heights back in 2017 before the Lady Cougars stormed their way to the 2017 12th district title. Amparo De Jesus comes in to hit now for Bowling Green, and the first pitch she sees is low for ball 1. De Jesus hitting .222, 4 doubles and 3 runs batted in for the sophomore. Much like Grayson County, this Bowling Green team is very, very young. Lots of 7th graders dot up and down each one of these two teams' rosters. Called strike on the outside corner, and the count goes to 1-1. These two teams were supposed to play back in mid-April, but Mother Nature decided that she wanted to flood the field instead, as it was a very rainy afternoon. They were waiting to the last second, but at about 1 o'clock that afternoon, a huge rainstorm came, and that's what caused that game to get canceled. 1-1 to Jesus is the easiest little breaking ball that is a called strike on the outside corner, and I say it every game. I would swing out of my shoes at that pitch. It is filthy when Ellie Bratcher can find that in the zone, especially if she can come back with speed. The 1-2 from the 7th grader Bratcher. She comes back right with it and blows it by her for out number 3 and strikeout number 2 in the inning. Bowling Green sends 3 up to the plate. Lady Cougars send all 3 of them down. It is Bowling Green 0, and the Lady Cougs are coming up. This is Lady Cougar softball on K105. Welcome back to Grayson County High School. It is the Lady Cougars coming up now after going 1-2-3 did Bowling Green in the top half of the first inning. Anna Rucker to get the start for Bowling Green in the circle. The sophomore, 15 games. This will be start number 7 in ERA just at about 10. She'll face Peyton Bowman to lead off, the 7th grade. Hitting .286 with a homer, 2 doubles, a triple, and 6 RBIs. And the first pitch here at the bottom of the first inning is a ground ball to the shortstop, Sharber. She bobbles, she recovers, she throws, not in time. Bowman beats it out, and Grayson County has their first runner on base on the error by the shortstop. Great start for the Lady Cougars. It doesn't matter how it happens. Getting on base is one of the biggest keys to this Lady Cougar to get some of the momentum built. Kayla Tubb to hit. She shows bunt. She lays it down. A beauty of a bunt. She couldn't have rolled it out any better down the third base line. Infield hit to Jesus. Had nothing she could do. I mean, Kayla Tubb could not have taken the ball and rolled it down that third base line any better than she just bunted. Shelby Davis to hit now for Grayson County. Davis hitting .398, 4 homers, 13 doubles, 2 triples, 32 RBIs. Pitch misses in, bounces off the glove of the catcher, Lindsay. Both runners advance into scoring position, and the Lady Cougars with their best bat are working early on in the game. As the pass ball advances both of the runners. The 1-0 hits her. Hits her on the inside, and the bases are loaded for Hannah Franklin. Franklin on the year. .262, 4 doubles, 10 RBIs. Huge opportunity early on against the Bowling Green team, and she grounds one to second. They'll go and tag on second for one. The relay not in time. That scores one. Davis out at second. Runners on the corners now with 1 out. And Grayson County, though, takes the 1-0 advantage. Ellie Bratcher hits now for Grayson County. .269, 7 doubles, a triple, and 18 RBIs. Trying to help herself out. First pitch swing is a fly ball to left field. Ross goes back, has it read. Tagging in to score is Tubb. The throw is wild. Franklin thought about tagging as well, but the first baseman, Perkins, said, you just scurry on back there to first. 2-0 Grayson County. Ansley Schartzer comes in to hit for Grayson County, the lone lefty on the team. .265, 5 doubles and 9 RBIs as Grayson has the early 2-0 advantage. Pitch, change up, called strike on the inside corner to Schartzer. Those are those filthy pitches that you can match speeds going fast and slow. Becomes very challenging. She just fouls enough off of it extending, and the count goes to 1-2. Got 2 down in the inning. Lady Cougars have scored 2. Kinsley Chambers stands in the on-deck circle for Grayson County. Pitch outside, bounces in the dirt. Franklin is off. She's got second. And Lady Cougars have a runner in scoring position. One ball, 2 strikes. Line in the pitch, swing and a miss. Schartzer down on strikes, and that is the inning. The Lady Cougars, though, score 2 runs on a hit and an error. And we're through 1 full. It's Grayson County 2, Bowling Green 0. This is Lady Cougar softball on K105. Grayson County leads 2-0 as we head to the second inning of play. Caroline Sharber will lead off for Bowling Green. Sharber, the sophomore, has a hit on the season. It was a double as the cleanup hitter for this Lady Purple team. First pitch from Bratcher in the inning, showing bunt, pulling away. It is low for ball number 1. Sam Gormley here with you on the call. K105 Digital Productions is the home of tonight's broadcast and what will be a busy next couple of weeks for our team. 1-0 shows bunt, lays it down. It's a beauty right in front of the plate, throwing down to first. She is out. Great play by Bree Jones, coming in and throwing her out by half a step. Nia Perkins comes in to hit the first baseman. 304 average, 4 doubles, 6 RBIs. This Bowling Green team, they will be playing Greenwood in the 14th District semifinals next week. First pitch misses low. Obviously, I think Penny Reese knows a thing or two about Greenwood softball, as that game will happen on Monday at 5:30 at Warren Central, a place where Grayson County picked up the dub last night against the Lady Dragons. Pitch misses outside, and the count goes to 2 balls and no strikes for Bratcher against Perkins. Perkins, one of the elder statesmen on this Bowling Green team that, I mean, when you say as a sophomore is one of the oldest players in the team, it shows how young you are. Missing low, and Bratcher has fallen behind in the count at 3 balls and no strikes. Long look in for Bratcher, into Chambers, delivers the 3-0, right down Broadway, called strike. It's a good bounce back pitch there from Bratcher. And you got a hitter's count here for Perkins. Does Shay Dunn, the head coach for Bowling Green, what is her philosophy on swinging on 3-1s, 3-0s, and so on? It is a swing by Perkins and just got enough of it to foul it off into near the Grayson County dugout. So it's 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 down, top of the second. Grayson leads 2-0. Ripped foul towards the opposing batter box, and Janiah Perkins was teammate Emma Lindsay. And luckily they've got a net protecting the dugout, or that one would have been a shot right into that first base side. The 3-2 coming one more time from Bratcher to Perkins. Swing and a miss, down on strikes. Strikeout number 3 for Ellie Bratcher. Emma Lindsay comes in to hit. The sophomore, 292 average. A pair of doubles, 3 runs batted in. And first pitch, she fouls behind the dish. And we'll do it again. This Bowling Green team with all of the youth, it's been a little bit of a struggle this season under the first-year head coach, Shay Dunn. Dunn comes from Cumberland University, where she was a student assistant after playing a career. Changeup misses high, and the count goes to 1-1. She graduated from Cumberland University back in 2021. She's a young head coach. I mean, it's probably safe to say that she is, if not the youngest head coach. There's a base hit up the middle for Bowling Green. They have their first base runner off the bat of Emma Lindsay. And I think we're going to have a courtesy runner for Bowling Green. And that courtesy runner is going to be Harper Ferris, the 7th grader. Getting some of the younger players the opportunity to get out. But Shay Dunn is, graduating in 2021. She has to be one of the youngest head coaches in the state of Kentucky in any sport. Ball misses low. And you're seeing that the girls are responding to her and how they can continue to grow as a program under the young head coach. The 1-0. Wild little popper to Bowman at second. She has it red, and that is the inning. We head to the bottom of 2. Grayson leads 2-0. It's Lady Cougar softball on K105. Bottom of the second inning, we head here at Grayson County High School. The Lady Cougs lead Bowling Green 2-0. And it'll be Kinsley Chambers to lead off, wearing a brand new number. Chambers was 37, and she's now got the number 2. Out for Grayson County as the 8th grader. Chambers on the year, .319 average, 5 doubles, 3 triples, a homer, and 11 RBIs. That first career home run that she had was a grand slam that she hit against Russellville a couple of weeks ago during one of their Saturday games. Chambers' first pitch swing, a little blooper over the top of the shortstop Sharber's head, and a hit for Kinsley Chambers will get the Lady Cougars started here in inning number 2. Doesn't matter how hard you hit it. Sometimes just finding that open patch of green grass. Elizabeth Haycraft comes in to hit for the Lady Cougars now. .271 average, 4 RBIs. She's been one of the players that has found her way into the starting lineup, and it's fouled behind the plate. And that luckily was one of those situations is the catcher, Lindsay, it's just instinct. Is she, when that ball was fouled, stuck her hand out to go and grab it instead of the glove. And that's where you sometimes see injuries for catchers because that ball will hit the hand. And it's instinct as Haycraft lays down another bunt. This is another good one right in front of the plate, throwing down. Haycraft down and out at first. Great play by the catcher, Lindsay. But that will advance on the sacrifice bunt. Chambers into scoring position. Bree Jones comes in to hit now for Grayson. The 7th grader, Bree Jones, .207 average with a double and 5 runs batted in. She shows bunt, pulls back, swings and misses. That'll be strike number 1. Chambers stands in scoring position for this Lady Cougar team. Pulling back, slow grounder to the shortstop. Sharber, she'll throw on. It's a high throw. It's wide, and in there safe is Jones, hustling all the way. Perkins tried to do the swipe tag, but didn't get it on her. And that'll be runners on first and second now with 1 down here in the second. So it was a throwing error by Sharber. Lineup flips back over to Peyton Bowman. She reached on an error in her last plate appearance. Showing bunt, pulls back, and it is a ball 1 to Bowman. Bowman has established herself as the new leadoff hitter for Grayson County. After that you saw Kayla Tubb have it for a good portion of the season as well, and Penny Reese trying to find the right person to put in that position. 1-0. Ripped, base hit left field. Chambers is going to stay at third. The bases are loaded now for Grayson County with 1 down in the inning, and it'll be Kayla Tubb now to hit. Tubb in her last plate appearance had just about as perfect as a bunt as you could possibly lay down. I mean, just rolled it down that third base line. First pitch is low for ball 1. Tubb steps in. She got the bunt single, came around to score on the sacrifice fly in her first plate appearance, and that misses low as well. It is 2 balls and no strikes. Bases loaded for Grayson. They already lead 2-0, trying to add to their lead. Pitch low, misses, and it is 3 balls and no strikes. Does Penny Reese give her junior Kayla Tubb the green light on swinging at 3-0? Or is it a take all the way? Pitch misses, outside, and that'll walk in a run. Grayson leads 3-0, and now it'll be Shelby Davis with the opportunity with the bases loaded. Davis was hit by a pitch in her last plate appearance. Huge chance here for the Grayson County Lady Cougars' best bat. First pitch, called strike at the knees. Davis is a really good hitter, signed to play college softball at Midway. Hitting just under 400 on the year. outside. And the count goes even, or goes to 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 run's already crossed the plate on the walk. What can Davis do here? The 1-1. Davis watches a pitch high, called strike. Rucker looks in for the sign. Here comes the pitch. Davis inside, and the count goes even. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 down here in this second inning of play. Nowhere to put the senior to Shelby Davis. Rucker delivers. Davis swings, ground ball, foul. Rolls slowly down that left field line, and luckily in years past, those lines have been moats. And clearly, it's not as bad today, even despite the rain that we had earlier. Luckily, they're being able to get this game in. The 2-2 with 1 down. Davis watches inside, and the count goes full. Davis looked down to Penny Reese, and the head coach looked at her and said, yeah, don't do that again. You're going to have to swing at it next time. The 3-2. Davis watches it outside. That's a walk, and walks in a run. And Grayson County now leads 4-0. Hannah Franklin comes in to hit. Franklin reached on a fielder's choice that did score a run in her last plate appearance. Bases loaded for Grayson. Franklin shows bunt, pulls back, swings. It's a fly ball hit into right center field. Long run for Klein. She's got it read and caught. Tagging in to score is Bowman. Grayson County leads 5-0. Backside Tubb advances as well. You've got runners on the corners now with 2 down.
Now batting, your pitcher, number 3,
Ellie Bratcher comes in to hit for Grayson. She had a sacrifice fly in her last plate appearance. And she swings, first pitch, fly ball hit back into deep left field. Ross going back, it's off for glove, and it's going to drop. Rounding and coming in to score is Davis. Tubb had already crossed. That's a 2-run double for Ellie Bratcher, and Grayson County leads 7-0 here in the bottom of the second inning. We're going to have a courtesy runner for Grayson County. It'll be Chesey Alexander. The 7th grader out to run for the starting pitcher, Ellie Bratcher. And Ansley Schartzer will come into the box to hit. The 9th batter to hit in the inning for Grayson, as they've already crossed 5 runners in this inning. The pitch coming to Schartzer is fouled. Might have fouled that off of her foot on the trot down. It's no balls and 1 strike here in the bottom of the second inning. Grayson has the 7-0 advantage against Bowling Green. The 0-1 high and inside, and the count goes to 1 ball and 1 strike. A good crowd has turned out here at Grayson County. The Bowling Green faithful to our right, the Lady Cougar faithful down our left field line. Ground ball right back up the middle, off the glove of the pitcher Rucker, and it goes into center field. Rounding and coming in to score is Alexander. The throw not in time. 8-0 Grayson County on the base hit by Ansley Schartzer. Kinsley Chambers got this inning started with a little blooper over the leaping glove of Sharber at shortstop. Rucker looks in, delivers to Chambers, and the pitch misses low. This inning got started back on the hit by Chambers. She later came around to score on a walk. That was Kayla Tubb that worked that walk. She was a slow ground ball to Sharber at short. She bobbles, and she has no time. It's a slow grounder, and sometimes those are the toughest plays to make, especially with Chambers hustling down the line. And we're going to have a timeout called. Shea Dunn's going to want to talk with her team. And will a pitching change be made, or will she go? And it looks like we are going to have a new pitcher potential. No, it's actually, I think, just a switch in the field. Out. And a courtesy runner will come in for Grayson County. It'll be Addie Collier that will come in to run for Kinsley Chambers down at first base. Shea Dunn giving a pep talk to her starting pitcher, Anna Rucker. Does look like we have a change in the field. Hudson moves to short, and Sharber moves to second. So it's just a flip on the infield. Haycraft comes in to hit for Grayson. She had a sacrifice bunt earlier on in the inning. And she'll do a ground ball today to Jesus at third. She'll just go the short way. Tag Schartzer out at third, and that's the inning. Grayson County scores 6, though. And we're through 2 full. It's 8-0, Grayson County. It's Lady Cougar softball on K105. Welcome back here to Grayson County High School, where the Lady Cougars lead 8-0. Sam Gormley with you on the call here on K105 Digital Predictions. Kira Hudson will lead off for Bowling Green. We do look up there in center field. It's like you got a meeting of Grayson County High School coaches out. You got head football coach Brian Jones. You've got new Lady Cougar basketball head coach Mike McClintock. And you've got head golf coach Tony Embry up there. It looks like Tony Embry's brought his dogs. First pitch is outside for a called strike to Hudson. Hudson, the shortstop for Bowling Green, hitting 120 with a double and 6 runs batted in. You got a meeting of the minds out in straightaway center. A little blooping hit into shallow left field. Long run. Haycraft comes in, goes down to the knee, and makes the catch. Great play by Elizabeth Haycraft. Charging in, makes it for out number 1. Grayson County's got great speed out in the outfield between Tubb, Haycraft on that left side. There aren't going to be many balls to get by them. Abby Ross, the left fielder, comes into the box. She's hitting 139 with 5 RBIs. And the first pitch is strike 1. The 0-1. Foul behind the plate. And that is example number 774 of why we're thankful there's a net. Because your director of tonight's broadcast, Trey Cook, might have needed a new pair of glasses if there wasn't a net. It's his first time running the stream, and he's now learning that sometimes it's a lot better to do what he usually does beyond the field because he doesn't have to be ready for the balls to come back. He gets a little bit more time to react. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Misses inside. This will be one of those things that will always be funny to we wish that there was a camera on us. Luckily, I've been doing this so long that it doesn't necessarily get it, but whenever we get somebody new back here, they always seem to do it. Slow grounder to first. Franklin takes about a half a step, steps on first, and that's out number 2. Lineup flips back over to the top. Natalie Klein. She struck out in her first plate appearance. Klein, the 7th grader. Both of these teams' leadoff hitters are 7th graders. Bratcher goes fastball outside corner, strike 1. The 0-1 misses outside. The count goes here to 1 ball and 1 strike. Coming up in the next inning, we'll talk a little bit more about what's coming up as far as our coverage of these next couple of weeks. We got some good things coming. The 1-1 fouled off behind the plate, including something that you will know here first. And it won't be something that will be released publicly until early on next week, but we're going to let you know beforehand. Just be our little secret. The 1-2. Outside, and the count goes even. Bratcher regains her composure. The 2-2. Misses low, 4-3. She went back to that slow pitch, and it fooled Bowling Green a couple of times. Bratcher couldn't quite get it to the plate and drop it in the zone. The full count pitch is a fly ball hit into shallow center field. Tubbs just going to have to let it drop in front of her. That's Bowling Green's second base runner of the game. A little blooper up the middle by Klein. Anna Rucker popped out to the second baseman Bowman in her first plate appearance. Bratcher delivers to Rucker, pitches low, throw down on the steal, and it's thrown into center field. It's wide, advancing backside is Klein, and she is safe at third. Jones couldn't corral the ball, ends up popping out at the last second, and Bowling Green now has a runner at third base. So that'll go down as an E2. On the throws, it was not a good throw by Chambers into center field, and that allowed for Klein to advance to third. Rucker now has a big opportunity to help herself. Klein stands just 60 feet away. Blooper. Davis hops in the air, makes the catch, and that is the inning. Bowling Green threatens but can't cross any across the plate. And we head to the bottom of 3. It is Grayson 8, Bowling Green 0. This is Lady Cougar Softball on K105. Bree Jones leads off for Grayson County here in the bottom of the third inning. Grayson leads 8-0. As it'll be Anna Rucker's third inning of work. Jones shows bunt, pulls back, watches a pitch that just misses on the outside corner for ball number 1. Sam Gormley with you here on the call from Grayson County High School. Final game of the regular season for both of these teams as they get ready for district tournament time. Pitch misses inside for ball 2. Grayson County will play in the district tournament on Tuesday against Edmondson County down in Brownsville. That field's kind of down below the high school. As if you keep going down closer to the gym, you just pass that and down below, kind of in the ravine of sorts, similar to the setup here at Grayson County High School. The 3-0 to Jones is low, and Jones works a 4-pitch walk. We will not have any coverage from the district softball tournament. Instead, we will be over on the other side of campus here at Donley Field. And are we going to have a new pitcher? It appears that we will have a new pitcher out in the circle for Grayson County. Rucker will come out, and the new pitcher will be Hadley Morrison for Bowling Green. And Morrison, the 7th grader, 18 games, 11 starts, with a record of 1-7 and an ERA of 9.4. That is just going to be a straight-up switch, I believe. But with that, this brings us, while she warms up, the perfect opportunity to talk about what's coming up. We, though, will be on the other side of campus as Grayson County hosts the 12th District Baseball Tournament. We'll have both of the games on Monday of that tournament as the Cougars will take on Butler County in game number 1, and then game 2 will be Whitesville Trinity against Edmondson County. We'll have both those games. If Grayson County wins Monday, then we'll have the championship on Tuesday as well. And then next weekend, and this is the first time we've mentioned this, as you know, the 3rd Region Softball Tournament will be held here at Grayson County High School, and K105 Digital Productions will be the official home for that tournament, broadcasting all 7 games. No matter if Grayson County is involved in a game or not, we will be here for all of it. As here at Grayson County High School, that'll start next Saturday, a week from tomorrow. So make sure you subscribe to the K105 YouTube channel. That'll be something that'll be officially released early on next week, but you joining us live, we'll get to hear kind of a little tease as to what's to come. All of those games will be there, so make sure you subscribe and watch all of the action. Peyton Bowman comes in against Hadley Morrison, the new pitcher. Bowman 1 for 2, singled in her last plate appearance, and has reached on an error inside, and did it hit her? It did. Bowman wears it on the left shoulder, and it'll be Kayla Tubb now to hit. Tubb is 1 for 1. She's walked, had a beautiful bunt single, and you got to imagine that that's probably what we're going to be looking at here from Tubb, a bunt. She shows bunt, pulls back. It's high and outside for ball 2, or for ball 1, rather. But again, district baseball tournament on K105 Digital Productions on Monday. If the Cougars win, it'll be on Tuesday as well, and then we'll be here for the 3rd Region Softball Tournament next week as well. Outside, ball 2. But that'll be what you have to look forward to on our coverage. And then in between that, tomorrow we'll be back here at the high school as Grayson County High School hosts their prom. We'll have the red carpet walk-in. Called strike on the outside corner. You'll be able to watch, wherever you're watching it right now, you'll also be able to watch I'm sure some of these players out here will be walking into prom tomorrow. And we'll have that as they walk in. Bunt right in front of the plate, and that's going to be an easy bunt single for Kayla Tubb. It's going to be a tough play for Perkins to try and turn it. And the bases will be loaded for Shelby Davis. Davis, 0 for 0 in the game. She's walked and been hit by a pitch. Bases loaded, though, for Davis. Called strike on the inside corner. This is deja vu to the last inning when Davis had the bases loaded and walked. The 0-1 is popped straight up in the infield, a mile high. DeJesus, the 3rd baseman, has it read and has it caught for out number 1. I do believe that was ended up calling an infield fly. It's first infield fly we've seen of the year. Hannah Franklin comes in to hit. She had a sacrifice fly and has reached on a fielder's choice. Shows bunt, pulls back, and watches the pitch high for ball number 1. Bases loaded for Grayson. One down here in the inning. High and outside, and the count goes here to 2 balls and no strikes. Also coming up in our coverage, though, in fact, 2 weeks from tonight, we'll be back here at Grayson County High School as well. Just up above as to where you might be watching, as there's a fly ball hit back into right field. Costello, long run, and drops in front of her. Advancing, going into second, safe is Tubb. And the little blooper by Hannah Franklin makes it 9-0. It was almost bad luck for Kayla Tubb, as she did exactly what she's supposed to do. You got to wait and make sure that ball is caught. Ellie Bradsher, 1-for-1, doubled in her last plate appearance. And also has a sacrifice fly, and that hit her. Makes it 10-0 Grayson. And a courtesy runner will come for Grayson. J.C. Alexander to be the courtesy runner for Grayson. It's kind of funny. When Ellie Bradsher got hurt there, her dog is sitting over here to our left and started barking. She clearly wasn't happy that her sister got hit. Ansley Schartzer, 1-for-2. She had a single up the middle in her last plate appearance, and she watches that pitch, a cold strike. It's one that I think Schartzer would like to have back, as Grayson has the 10-0 advantage. Outside, the count goes 1-1. Tubb stands at third, Franklin at second, Alexander at first. Grayson's had 2 runners cross the plate in the inning. High and inside, a little chin music for Ansley Schartzer. She dives out of the way. Misses low, and the count goes 3 balls, 1 strike. One down here in the inning. Pitch, Schartzer watches, it is low, and a walk and a run. Grayson leads 11-0. As Tubb comes in to score. Kinsley Chambers gets at bat number 3. She reached on an error in her last plate appearance and is single to left. She removes the pads from her legs. She's ready to go. As Kinsley Chambers, in a similar situation a couple of weeks ago with the bases loaded, had her first career home run against Russellville. Called strike on the outside corner. Can she do something similar here? High and outside. In fact, if she would, it would be a walk-off grand slam because we would be in the run rule situation for Grayson County. Inside, gets away. Coming in to score is Franklin on the wild pitch. And Grayson leads 12-0. Two-one to Chambers. High and outside for ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. Haycraft stands on deck for Grayson. Jones in the hole. The 3-1 is a high fly ball into center field. Klein has it read. She has it snagged. Coming in to score is Alexander on the sacrifice fly. That was a lot closer, though, than I thought it was going to be. A great throw by Klein in center. Almost was able to get Alexander out. Schartzer stays put at second. Elizabeth Haycraft. She's reached on a fielder's choice in a sacrifice bunt. She's 0-for-1 in the contest. She shows bunt, lays it down. It's a beauty right down to third. To Jesus, throws. She is out by half a step. It was a bang, bang play, and they just get out of the inning. We're through 3 full. It is 13-0. This is Lady Cougar softball on K105. Welcome back to Grayson County High School, where it is a 13-0 Lady Cougar lead. Here's we start inning number 4 from what has turned out to be a very nice night here at the Lady Cougar softball complex. The Amparo de Jesus to lead off for Bowling Green against Ellie Bratcher. De Jesus 0 for 1. She struck out swinging in her first plate appearance. First pitch she sees is low for ball 1. That's that little slow pitch that Bratcher's patented. She's been very good at it. The 1-0 cold strike on the outside corner. As the Lady Cougars, as we mentioned, have Edmondson coming up. Purples will face Greenwood and their district tournament action. High and outside, and the count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike to Jesus. 222 average, 4 doubles, 3 runs batted in entering the game. Two-one cold strike on that inside part of the plate. De Jesus is very on the inside of the plate. I mean, she's allowed to be there, but it's good if Bratcher can establish that inside part of the zone, because when you're standing up inside, it's so hard to turn around those pitches. She goes right back in. De Jesus does it. It's a grounder, though, to second. Bowman throws on to first, and that is the inning. And that is out number 1, rather. Getting ahead of myself just a little bit. Caroline Sharber comes in to hit. She grounded out to the third baseman, Jones, in her first plate appearance. And what was a really nice play by the 7th grader. Ball misses outside. Sharber showed bunt pulled back. One-0. Shows bunt again, misses. Bunting is one of the hardest things to do in the game of baseball and softball. Takes a ton of focus. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 is outside. Lady Cougars have back-to-back shutouts, trying to make it 3 straight games with a shutout. Breaking ball is in there. Bowman bobbles. She throws, recovers, safe. Just beats it out down at first, hustling all the way. That'll be a tough E4 on Peyton Bowman. Janaya Perkins. She struck out in her first plate appearance. Reaches down in the dirt to grab some more grip on the bat. Will Shea Dunn get aggressive on the base pass? Ball low. Chambers, the catcher, was daring the runner Sharber to try and make a play on it. Ground ball to third. Jones will go to second for 1. The relay is not even going to be thrown. Bowman just eats it. Probably a smart play. If you don't know you're going to get that out, it's better sometimes just to hold it. We got 5-4 on the put out. Sharber out. Emma Lindsay comes in to hit. I believe we're going to have a courtesy down at first. It'll probably be a pinch runner that is re-entering the game, Will Perkins. It'll be McKenna McElveen that'll come in here for Bowling Green as the first baseman. Emma Lindsay, one for one in the game. She had the first hit of the ball game on the base hit up the middle for the Lady Purples. Oh, 1. Blooper on the infield. Diving play made by Bree Jones. She extends, she makes it. Great play made by the third baseman. Might need to call Sports Center on that. Great play made there by Jones. We're through 3.5 innings. Grayson County leads 13-0. This is Lady Cougar softball on K105. Lady Cougars need 2 runs to take down the Lady Purples here tonight. And it's just like the softball or baseball gods just have this. It is like a rule. And I don't know how it always happens this way, that when you make a great play in the field, you lead off the next inning. And right on cue, Bree Jones leads off this inning for Grayson County. It is weird how it works that way. Jones walked in her previous plate appearance and has also reached on an error. First pitch she sees from Hadley Morrison is low for ball 1. Perkins has re-entered the game back at first, as we did predict. As technically, it's not a true courtesy runner that McElveen came in for. As Jones grounds one in the holes, diving play by the shortstop Hudson. She recovers from her knees, no shot to get Jones running down at first. Really nice play at short, though, by Hudson to even make it a potential. So it looks like that was going to easily find the hole on the left side. Back to the top of the order, Peyton Bowman. 1 for 2. She's been hit by a pitch, singled, and reached on an error. First pitch she sees is a called strike at the knees. Again, Grayson County, if they'd score 2 runs, that would be the end of the game. And once you go through 3 and 4 innings, you need 15 to get to the mercy rule. If we only would have this result stay, Bowling Green would need at least 4 to extend the game. Foul off to the right side. That might be our first foul ball of the game as far as out of play. It's kind of a wild scenario. Usually we have shots over to the right in the cow pasture all game. Fouled off Bowman. That was the little slow rising ball by Morrison. The sun is completely set, playing under the lights at Grayson County High School. The 0-2 inside. It doesn't hit Bowman. Almost did. Jones scurries down to second. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Down on strikes goes Bowman. For out number 1 in the bottom of the 4th inning, Kayla Tubb comes in. She's had 2 bunt singles and walked in the game. And she's had a beautiful bunt down the third base line and a beautiful one down the first base line as well. Outside, ball 1. Nice snag behind the dish by the catcher, Lindsay, to hop out of the stance. That's why I have so much respect for catchers. It is maybe the most difficult position to play in all of sports. I think an argument can be made. And that one is a swing and a miss by Tubb. Between taking a beating, having to run the field, I mean, it is just such a difficult position. And it's why, as there's a little blooper to the right side, it is going to be a fair ball. It drops in, rounding and coming in is Jones. She will score. Grayson County leads 14-0 on the bloop hit by Kayla Tubb. Jones was not even thinking twice. She was coming in to score. So Grayson 1 run away from ending it. And Shelby Davis, she's 0 for 1 in the game. Ball outside, advancing into second on the stolen base is Kayla Tubb and puts the winning run in scoring position. Davis 0 for 1. She's walked, been hit by a pitch, and was out on an infield fly. Pitch misses high, 4-2. Mr. Spirit, I see, is here down to our left. The 2-0 is a fly ball hit into center field. Klein has it read. She's got it grabbed. That's out number 2 here in the 4th inning. Hannah Franklin. She's had a sacrifice. A single is reached via the fielder's choice. Franklin shows bunt as she usually does, pulls back, it's high and inside, bounces off of the glove of the catcher, Lindsay. Tubb took the hard turn around third, so the winning run is now 60 feet away for Grayson County. 1 ball, no strikes. Inside, gets away, coming in is Tubb. She will score. Grayson County wins the game by a final score of 15-0 in 4 innings. The Lady Cougars finished the regular season with a 13-21 record, and they will face Edmonson County coming up next week. We'll take a break and wrap it up after this. Again, your final score, Grayson County 15, Bowling Green 0. This is Lady Cougar Softball on K105. Welcome back to Grayson County High School, where the Grayson County Lady Cougars are a winner against the Bowling Green Lady Purples by a final score of 15-0. Your final line score of today's game: for Bowling Green, 0 runs on 2 hits and 3 errors. For Grayson County, 15 runs on 9 hits and 2 errors. The winning pitcher is Ellie Brancher. She goes 4 innings, allows 2 hits, and strikes out 3. Anna Rucker is saddled with a loss. She goes 2 innings, 5 hits, 9 runs, only 2 of which were earned, a strikeout and 3 walks. Hadley Morrison came in relief, 1 2/3 of an innings, 4 hits, 6 runs, 5 earned, 1 strikeout, and 1 walk. Grayson County's RBIs: Ellie Bratcher finishes with 4, Hannah Franklin with 3. Inslee Schartzer and Kayla Tubb each had 2. Shelby Davis and Kinsley Chambers rounded out with 1 each. Grayson County finishes the regular season with a 13-21 record. They will face Edmonson County on Tuesday in the 12th District semifinals. That game will be in Brownsville. About 7:30 will be the time that game is. That'll be game 2, as Butler County will face Whitesville Trinity in game number 1. That's scheduled for 5:30. So you can probably take a strong assumption that that game will be sometime between 7 and 7:30, maybe 7:45, as that game from Brownsville between Grayson County and Edmondson County. As a reminder, our coverage we're just going to talk about coming up here over the next week. Invite, it's not sports related, but tomorrow we'll be at just on the other side of campus. Grayson County High School prom will now be held at Grayson County High School. We'll have the coverage of that as they have a red carpet that'll be walking in. You'll be able to see maybe your student, your neighbor, your church member, or whatever walk across the stage. You can join us and watch there. And then on Monday, we'll be at Donley Field for the 12th District semifinals for baseball. Grayson County will play at 5:30 against, they'll play Butler County in game 1, and then game number 2 will follow between the Whitesville Trinity and Edmondson County. We'll have the coverage of both those games. If Grayson County baseball wins on Monday, we'll then be back on Tuesday for the 12th District Championship game. Then next week, starting on Saturday, the 3rd Region Softball Tournament will be held here at Grayson County High School. We'll have the coverage of every second of that. You won't want to miss any of the action right here on the K105 digital productions. Most specifically, that will be on the K105 YouTube channel. That'll wrap up our coverage here tonight. Grayson County, the winner, 15-0 against Bowling Green. I want to give a shout-out to our K105 Digital Productions crew, and just one guy here today making his directing debut, Mr. Trey Cook. He did a great job working hard. His older brother might want to watch out now. He might be coming for his job, as he did a good job, so shout-out to him for bringing you all of the action. Usually we have two people. He was doing the job of 2 here today. So tonight, where Grayson County finishes the regular season with a 15-0 win against Bowling Green. For Trey Cook, this is Sam Gormley saying, so long, everyone.